All right, so before I got a chance to, I got too excited. I ripped into the package before I could do the thing, but this is how they come. It says DEEPOWER right here, and then there's your 4 Nocks, and then it comes with some extra little bushings. The bushings are so that you can use the 166 Nock in a 204 diameter shaft. So I've got some, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna shoot them so you can see. I'm gonna put a clip in there. The Nocturnals is what I have in my recurve, and these are 204. And I got some of these blue ones because I'm gonna also video my compound bow hunts this year, and I'm gonna shoot them in my, it's hard to find 166 Nocks. There's not very many manufacturers out there that make them, but I'm gonna try these knockoffs and see how they do. I can already tell I like this little switch on the side. I don't like that the little stem in there that triggers it is so much smaller than on the Nocturnals. But I'll bring the video camera in up closer, and I'll show up close of these 2 Nocks side by side, and then I'll also run a little clip of some of that, me shooting them outside. All right, I'm gonna shoot one real quick just to let you see the brightness comparison. I got a green Luminox sticking down there in the target, and I'm gonna shoot one of these. It's blue, and we'll see how they compared. Being that they're different color, I don't think blue's as bright, but I didn't want to get green because I just didn't want to. I mean, it's still pretty bright. For me, I think red is the least bright, then blue, then green being probably the brightest. There are some companies that make a white one, but I couldn't find that. And they weren't for the cheap Amazon ones. But I'll go back inside and I'll show you what they look like side by side when I got some light. Get a little bit of video up close so you can see the button that I'm talking about. So that is how you turn them on and off, versus that little hole right there that everybody if you've ever shot a nocturnal Nock, you know that it's pretty hard to get that on off switch. A lot of people use a little tool, or you can use the end of your pocket knife. Sometimes that'll work, but this switch for me seems a lot easier, and it looks like the plastic, they're even using the same source for their Nocks or something. The Nocks are just super similar. The little peg is smaller versus the Nocturnal. That scares me a little bit that it's not going to get activated, but other than that, that's the similarities. I mean, it's almost like they're sourcing the same everything. Pretty similar. Anyways, and if it turns out that these aren't any good, I won't buy them anymore. I'll just go back to the Nocturnals. But I did notice there's a little more length, it seems like, in this plastic section. I guess that's to allow for that on-off button. But other than that, I mean, there's not a big, huge price difference in terms of 4 of these at $15.99 or 3 of the other ones at $19.99. But if you get the Nocturnals like in Academy, I think they're even more than that. They might be like 20. I've seen them like 20, as much as $28 for a 3-pack. So anyways, you start putting together an arrow with a $10 Nock, you know, however much, depending on broadheads, you could be shooting a $30 broadhead or a $10 broadhead, and you get an arrow put together that you've got 50 or 60 bucks in. You know, you don't want to go flinging them at pigs and just shooting them into stuff and not being able to find them. I think with a having a knock on the end of it, it at least helps you recover your arrow if you miss, or a lot of times finding the arrow gives you a lot of indication on what kind of shot you make. If you can't find the arrow and you're not certain of the shot, you don't have it on video, you don't know if the shot was far back or if it's got lung blood. So to me, finding the arrow, especially if it's still in the animal, is a big deal. And so even if these don't work out, I'll just spend more money and I'll just get the nocturnals. But I just like the switch on these. I like that they were micro diameter, and I figured why not give them a shot, and if they turn out to be good, then save a little bit of money. But anyways, that's my take on Nocturnal versus Amazon Special.